Okay guys, let's do this. So before I start this video, I want to address a few points. I'm not making this video and taking this video as a coming out of any sort. Second thing I want to say is that it's weird because it's not like a coming out video at all, and it's also not a video that's easy to make, surprisingly, even though I have no issue with, you know, not being straight, because I'm not even straight, I'm asexual, as you probably know. But like, if you speak of romantic orientation, I don't have any issue with admitting that it's not only with boys or men. I don't really get why this video is hard to make for me, but that's also why I'm doing it, because I feel like if it's hard, it's probably because there's something underneath all of that, and perhaps reading some of your comments or personal stories will help me understand myself better. I've always felt like I wasn't straight, you know, even when I was not aware of the asexual label, I knew that something was off in that way with me, and I also felt a very strong interest and curiosity towards girls, which is perhaps something very common that even straight girls feel. When I was younger, it was just purely physical, like I was just looking at women and girls and thinking they were really beautiful and really attractive and really charming and elegant. And you know, whenever I would see a couple, 90% of the time I would think to myself, but the woman or the girl looks so much. It wasn't about looking better, but it was like I felt like girls were too good for men in a way. Not because I hate men or dislike men, I am attracted to men. But I just felt like women had such a strong and specific and wonderful charm to them. I was confused with my asexuality stuff, and it was not doing great with my ex-boyfriend, and I was just confused as to why people were so interested in boys and interested in sex. I thought the answer was that I was a lesbian. I tried really hard to search within myself and be open about it, but no, I didn't. It wasn't the answer, because I was not sexually attracted to women either. And I think it's also a very important part of my struggle. It's the fact that I do not feel sexual attraction. And for many people, sexual attraction is a huge part of knowing whether you're attracted to this gender or that gender or those genders. But for me, since I'm asexual, I don't feel sexual attraction. And when I was in high school, I had 2 crushes on girls. And you know, at that time I had a boyfriend, and at that time I don't know, I was too young, I think. You know, it wasn't because it wasn't even a thing for me. I just felt like, you know, no, you're not gay, so whatever, and you're not really bi, are you? I just was so open about the fact that I had this crush on that one girl when I was with my boyfriend. I was like, oh, she's so pretty, oh, I love her, oh, she looks so nice today, she looks so fine today. And I even talked about it to my mom. I was like, that's the girl I was telling you about. Which is a bit bizarre when I think back, the thing. And then, you know, things happened, a blur that those few years have been after graduating from high school and stuff. And here I am now, and for the past 2 years or so, I have been questioning myself a lot. I have noticed that I look at girls in a way that is not the way straight girls look at girls. It's really hard to explain. Like, I don't know how to explain this. I just look at girls. I mean, and I'm not a creep. Like, I don't look at girls and think strange things. I'm not like hunting or anything like that. It's not that. It's just I look at girls, you know, I look at people in the street, and if I see a girl that I find attractive, I will notice it the same way I would notice a guy that I find attractive. You know, there's been a few instances where I was really like, oh my god, she is really beautiful, and so beautiful that I felt something. Like, I felt, you know, like when you really are attracted to someone. I think one of the turning point was also one day I was walking with a friend of mine, and this very, very charming girl came to us and asked us if we had any fire, like, because she was smoking. And I was so taken aback by how beautiful she was, and so taken aback by my own reaction to me finding her beautiful, that I could not answer her. and it's just bizarre. And you know, I have been, and I'm gonna admit that, I've been tiptoeing around the idea. I mean, not now, but the past 2 years, there were many times, or at least a few times, where I was like, should I get onto a dating website or a dating app just to see? I mean, just to chat with people and see the vibe and the feelings that I get and whatnot. But the thing is, I'm not necessarily interested in relationships. I'm not interested in sex, and I'm not a big fan of dating apps and dating websites. So I never did it because it just didn't feel like me. And it's really difficult because in everyday life, in spaces that are not LGBTQA whatever friendly or specifically friendly, you don't really meet people. I mean, you meet people who are gay, bi, whatever, but they don't talk to you because they don't think you're gay and you're bi and whatever. You know, everyone's like, I mean, not everyone's like, but people are like, is she, is he, you know, that kind of things. And spaces that are meant for LGBT people to just gather and whatnot are not the kind of spaces I feel safe in and the kind of spaces I want to meet people in. There are spaces which most of the time it involves a lot of drinking, sometimes drugs, loud music that I don't like. Those are also hypersexualized environments most of the time, which is obviously not me. It's not in my nature to just look out for that. But at the same time, I feel like it would be really hard to meet someone in real life and in everyday life and in, you know, just the common, most trivial and banal events of life. And that makes me a bit sad in the sense that honestly I feel like if I were not to explore this part of me, and if I were to die, for example, without having explored that part of me, I would regret it very much. I find myself, you know, watching movies and reading books and watching channels on YouTube that I don't think a straight person would watch or read or whatever. But at the same time, as I said, the space, it's really hard to, when you're not someone who seeks relationships or who enjoys sex or who likes drinking and partying and stuff, it's really hard to just casually meet people. The way I meet guys, you know, I meet guys and guys come up to me in all different situations, like when I'm at museums or in the park or working out or at university or online or anywhere. You know, it just comes naturally because we live in a very heteronormative society, which is normal in a way because that's the norm. You know, majority of the population is straight. It's also very difficult. That's what I'm trying to say. When you're not someone who is openly, hey, I'm bi, hey, I'm pansexual, hey, I'm whatever, and when you're not on the partying, drinking, whatever side, and when you're not sexually active or, you know, you don't feel comfortable in a hypersexualized environment and societies and groups, it is quite difficult, you know. And also at the same time, I feel like if I were bi, I'm not gay, but if I were bi or if I were pan romantic, I would be 100% sure, wouldn't I? Why is it that there's this part of me that's like, am I? But at the same time, like, if I wonder that much, I must be. And I know I am. I mean, yeah, I am. But why is it that it's a bit hard for me to process? Why is it that it's a bit hard for me to be like, yes, I am? I think part of it is because I have never experienced it, so I don't feel valid and I don't feel entitled to say these things. And also it's because I guess a part of me doesn't want to be labeled again. I don't know, it's just really bizarre. It's just really weird. And you know, you don't really find, I mean, perhaps it's just me, I don't know, but most of the time LGBTQ whatever figures online are so, they are what they are, you know, they're bi and they've experienced this and they've experienced that. Then they know who they are, what they like, what they don't like, who they're attracted to, or they're in relationships and it's crystal clear. And it's still not crystal clear to me. So yeah, and I guess I wanted to make this video because I for once feel really lost. So I think I would really benefit from hearing your perspective and your personal experiences, guys, if you feel comfortable sharing them with me. I guess that's all. Thank you for watching this very random video, and I hope you found it somehow interesting. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye!